Welcome back to What's in Your Skillet. Today, we're going to do things a little differently in terms of my voiceover as y'all watch the deliciousness happening on screen as I prepare this taco lasagna. I sometimes struggle with the commentary I choose to speak on during my videos, and it's only because there's so much negativity in the world already that I don't want to bring it to my channel. And sometimes that's difficult for me because I'm a thinker and an observer. I also struggle with looking past topics that I know need to be discussed and addressed. So, for those of y'all who don't know, the purpose of my channel is to provide recipes and foods for the body, but also nourishment to the mind and the soul. Y'all remember Chicken Soup for the Soul? Those books? Along the lines of that. Nourishment for the soul, in my opinion, comes in the form of reflection, observation, and reformulating the mind, which leads to reformulating of the body. With that being said, many of us go through life in a selfish state, only focused on self, going through all these self-developments just to be better for quote-unquote self. We digest so much information and visuals throughout the day that they impact our personal and societal developments. We've been reminded since 2020 that, quote, we're in this together. But that was just a gaslighting tactic to shame and shun people into a newly created societal norm. We're all individuals on an independent journey that just so happens to be interconnected with others because we're social beings and how our structures are set up, such as having a family, having to go to school, etc. But our individuality is what makes us us. But it's also what makes our society the current state of society that we're in now. When you have a bunch of people who are individualistic in their mindsets and don't acknowledge the next part of, quote, being, which is interconnectedness with others, then the journey was just selfish in its intent, and those actions will still be received as a detriment to society as a whole. What I believe the next step is to be essentially understanding and reestablishing your newfound self into society. We can be individuals who all connect to the same codes of right and wrong to overall change the energy and consciousness of our society and then our world. My husband often reminds me that this is a solo path, that we can only account for ourselves, not our spouses, not our kids, not our family, or our friends. While I absolutely agree and understand this to be true, it doesn't resonate as the quote-unquote end-all be-all. Because if that was the case, then our actions, reactions, and interactions would be irrelevant. What we do in this plane or in this dimension wouldn't even matter. So I would then ask you, is that all that there is to existence, is to be born, to go to school, to work, to pay bills, to socialize, or in some instances, don't socialize, and then deletion? Not self-deletion, just deletion. Seriously, that's all? I can't even begin to fathom that this is a quote-unquote reality for some. And while I know everyone's not on a whimsical journey of enlightenment or inner understanding or inner peace for that matter, the question just becomes, why would those 6 qualities be how you would quantify or define your life? Or the other question, why would you allow that to be the only way your life is quantified or defined? And I'm not trying to change anyone's beliefs or thought processes. Live in the reality that you choose, because we choose to live in the realities in which we choose to live in. Remember, these are solo dolo paths, y'all. I'm just letting you know. I'm only asking questions that I've asked others before, just now on a larger scale. So let me know in the comments what you think. And that's just a little food for y'all skillet.